Hey guys, and welcome to Minimalistic. So I was lucky enough to have my friend Etienne let me borrow his brand new keyboard, and that's what we'll be looking at today. That keyboard is the Drevo Grammar, an 84 key mechanical keyboard that's really cheap. In fact, Amazon has it for $40 US at the moment, and I'll have links to it in the description. So at such a low price, I didn't expect much, to be honest, but I was surprised. First of all, it comes in a well-packaged box. Inside, you'll find the keyboard protected by a plastic dust cover, which is nice for storing it afterward. Other than that, there's a keycap puller and some guides to get you started. The cable is nicely braided, and while it looks like you could unplug it by removing the two screws at the back, well, nope, nada, not today. So yeah, the cable is fixed. As for the general physical aspect of the keyboard, it feels quite solid. It features great rubberized pads under, and the flip-out feet also have rubberized endings. These are quite solid as well, and the keyboard shouldn't move around while typing. And while this unit is white, there's also a black version. In a quite small footprint, they managed to fit in arrow keys, function keys, and navigation keys. However, that's only possible at the cost of non-standard modifier keys around the bottom right corner of the board. As for the keycaps, they're pretty good for the price. They're double shot, which means that the font is made out of a different color plastic, not simply printed. This helps to prevent it from wearing out over time. They don't feel as great as PBT keycaps, but I can't really complain for the price. Still, they're similar to what you would find on a keyboard from Corsair or Razer. As for the key switches, it's hard to believe they used real mechanical switches in there at such a low price. Sure, they're not Cherry MX switches, but still. The product description says they're Automu switches, but the cases say Drevo on them, so I'm not exactly sure about their origin. They also feature white LEDs. They're really bright and the intensity can be adjusted too. You can save multiple light presets as well directly in the keyboard, so that's a cool feature. There's also a few special effects built in if that's something you're into. I'm not a fan personally, and I wouldn't recommend them if you're epileptic. As you can see, my friend got these in brown, which happens to be my favorite type of switches, so it'll be easy to compare them to other brands' equivalents. I also have a Poker with cherry brown switches and an N Pro with Gateron brown switches. They all have a similar tactile feel, but the Drevo or Automu switches are rated at 55 grams, while the others are rated at 45. And it really shows. I did make more typos using these heavier switches, but I'm sure I would improve over time as I get used to them. Other than that, they all have the typical brown tactile feel, and I feel like they're all great switches depending on what you prefer. To give you an idea on how they feel, here's a sound test comparing all of these switches against each other. So I hope this sound test gave you an idea on how they would feel. Overall, this is a great keyboard for the price, and I would easily recommend it if that's the budget you have. Honestly, at that price, there's no reason why you shouldn't buy a mechanical keyboard over a typical membrane keyboard. As for me, I'm really used to the 60% layout, so that's not a keyboard I would consider for myself. However, if you want arrow keys, dedicated function keys, and navigation keys while keeping a small footprint, this layout is a great compromise. However, finding custom keycaps for this keyboard will be harder as its layout is not standard. But hey, at such a low price, I'm pretty sure most people won't bother modding it in any kind of way. So hope you liked this video. Make sure you hit the like button if you did. Again, links for this keyboard will be in the description. And don't forget to subscribe for more tech videos.